Sheesh. And with that, you get the mundane amulet. Which is, of course, a bit of a shitty reward, so let's zap over to Bruma. And finish the quest. I can never get enough of that jumping. It is awesome.
I was praying for your swift return. What news do you bring?
That guy's dead.
I knew I'd recognize Reynil. I think when I first met Braden many years ago, he introduced me to him. They were part of some sort of brotherhood. They would roam Cyrodiil in search of legendary treasures and the like. The only reason he stopped doing that is because we got married and he wanted to settle down. I'm afraid, thanks to Reynil, that time is lost.
And that guy?
Yes, I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the brotherhood he had created with Reynil.
And this?
Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state.
Swordfish?
No. He always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered.
Certainly.
Thank you. I will now speak the word. Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel.
Swordfish would have been a better word than brotherhood.
Justice has been done.
Sigh. You get this. Fortified speed 10. That's not that bad. If you do this quest as early as possible, you're gonna have a bit of a fight on your hands with Raiden, but... Raiden? No, not Raiden. Raylan? Raise someone. But that amulet isn't that bad. I don't know if it's leveled, but... if it is, then it's just completely useless. As it is now. And I need yet more time. I guess I didn't do the two brothers. But that mini quest line, really freaking annoying. Don't want. Let's see, I did that. Oh! Nope. Leyawiin! There is something I can do in Leyawiin. Yeah, I'll keep recording. I've been recording for a while now, but I'll just keep at it. There is a house here somewhere. No, I don't want that one. Okay, let's try the rumors again. You.
Yes?
No.
Be seen.
you?
It's my pleasure. Please continue. They say a thief actually stole one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Library. Who would have thought it was even possible? Farewell.
I don't know.
Greetings, champion. I'm at your service. I understand that Zadrasa is still trying to create a potion to cure skooma addiction.
That's the guy in the Mages Guild that we got the Guardian's Tears for.
It's a pretty town, and everyone is really friendly, except maybe some Khajiit and Argonians who are upset about the Niben. I think it's a shame how they took that land from elsewhere, and Argonians are afraid it could happen to them too.
No idea what that means.
Good day.
Julita Plotius. I'm Beto's wife. Bugog Groball always seems ready for a fight. Seems odd for a bookseller. Well, I don't know much about politics, but I think Lady Alicia's right. We've got to put a stop to all these bandits and rabble in the Niben. I know the Khajiit are all upset that the council took away their land and gave it to us, but they just have to get over it. It's our land now. Good day.
Beto Plotius. I'm a faithful servant of Leyawiin and the Emperor. Gods rest his soul. I've lived in Leyawiin all my life, and I must say, the Count has found himself a pretty little bride, and a smart one too. We need some law and order. Bring in the legions. Leyawiin for the Imperials, I say. No sense coddling those Renridrakrin bandits.
Oh, so that's why the Countess has a torture chamber.
Blackwood Company is gone. They were working high on his sap. That's why there were so many terrible accidents.
Yet they were still so ridiculously effective that the Fighters Guild didn't stand a chance at competing with them. Although, admittedly, the Fighters Guild isn't a bright bulb either.
Speak, citizen.
They didn't have accidents, they were just stupid.
Oh, how horrible. You know Kalia Draconis, that nice watch officer stationed at the castle? She's been murdered.
Oh yeah, gave me 600 gold bounty because this game is so poorly programmed. I thought one of the mods I had would fix that. Okay, let's try the Mages Guild. Maybe someone in here will be able to help point me to that quest. How is that planter doing? You.
Nice to meet you. Most people consider Martin's transformation a religious or political event. But what interests me is its metaphysical implications.
I don't give a shit either way.
Druja has a wide variety of spells for sale if there's something you need. Most of them are simple, but they're a good starting point. The Leyawiin chapter is just drifting along. Daggerfall isn't much of a mentor or leader. She isn't even coherent most of the time.
She's a master at mysticism magic.
May all your travels be safe.
Strasa of the Mages Guild, evoker and alchemist, and also in his scant free time, a trainer in alchemy.
Rumors?
Most people consider Martin.
Oh, for God's sakes.
The tears look beautiful in my collection. 1,000 thanks once again.
Here they are.
I hope I can help.
How are your ears doing?
They say a thief actually stole one of the Elder Scrolls.
Do you have anything else to say?
Well met. I was walking past Rosentia Galenus' home the other day, and I heard these strange animal noises or something from inside. Very odd.
Finally!
Every time I pass by that woman's house, I hear odd animal noises and smell a foul odor. Maybe she's caring for some sick pet or something. Whatever it is, She should clean up her act. It's surprising that a wealthy woman like that would let her property fall into such disarray. Farewell.
Whom gods annoy. It's a pretty funny quest. Not very fun to do, but it's a pretty funny story. And it's, of course, so close, so far. Scamps. You.
Please, help me.
Damn.
These stupid scamps are driving me crazy.
You need help?
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling buying that Daedric staff would be trouble. Now I'm paying for it with more than just some gold.
Daedric's staff?
A few weeks ago, a spell sword was passing through Leyawiin and heard that I liked to buy curiosities. He wanted to sell the staff you see me carrying. I eagerly bought it, knowing the value of Daedric relics. In fact, I was a bit suspicious when he sold it so cheap. His loss, my gain, I figured. After examining it for a bit, I noticed a small word carved on it in runes. Using a book from my library, I translated it. The word was nonsense. However, when I spoke it and held the staff, 4 scamps suddenly appeared. I thought I was done for. Strangely, they all just stood there. It didn't take long before I realized they were following me. I couldn't be seen in town with scamps following, so I decided to discard the staff. I can't explain it, but somehow I can't compel myself to actually let it go. This staff is obviously cursed. Now I'm stuck with it.
Where do I fit in?
I need you to get over to the Mages Guild and talk to a good friend of mine, Alvis Uvenum. She's the only one in town that I trust. I was able to get a message to her earlier, but I've yet to get a reply. If I go, then the scamps will follow and my secret will be revealed to all.
That would be a problem.
Alvis is a practiced researcher. She's sure to have some good information for you.
Oh, that staff.
Oh! Hi there.
Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Fantastic.
Poor Rosentia. She's been trapped in her house for days. Frankly, the smell gave you away. You must have stepped in, well, let's just say something that isn't pleasant. Just be sure and keep this quiet. If the other mages even knew that I was involved with Rosentia's new guests, I could get kicked out of the guild.
Really?
Doing a bit of digging, I'm afraid Rosentia's been stuck with the staff of the Everscamp. Nasty bit of fun by Sheogorath, I'd say.
Oh, I can be fun.
The only way she can be rid of it is if someone willingly accepts it. It can't be discarded in any other manner. No one would buy that thing once it's activated like it's been. The only chance is to return it to its original resting place, Darkfathom Cave.
What?
Inside the cave, there's rumored to be a shrine to Sheogorath. That's where the staff can finally be dropped, and the scamps should remain behind. I also learned that the staff makes the owner move much slower than normal. I suppose it's another way the Creator upped the annoyance factor. Please, bring Rosentia this information at once. And if you can, help her. I think she's about to crack under the pressure, poor thing.
Okay.
Send Rosentia my regards. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
You look
Good
like
afternoon.
a bright one.
So, few questions. First, I'm Sheogorath. Can't I do anything about this myself? Second, Dark Fathom Cave is in Cyrodiil. How is a staff created by Sheogorath created in a cave in Cyrodiil? Third, scamps are the followers of Mehrunes Dagon. What is Sheogorath doing messing with the followers of Mehrunes Dagon? Sheesh. You.
I was afraid you wouldn't come back. Oh, please, I beg you. Take this staff to Dark Fathom Cave and get rid of it and the scamps forever. I can't fight, and who knows what's guarding the shrine. Plus, do you know how dirty caves are? It'll ruin anything I wear. Do this for me, and I'll reward you with another one of my curios I picked up a few years ago. A valuable ring. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here's the staff. As soon as you leave, the scamps will thankfully follow. Do be careful. I don't wish your death on my hands as well.
Yay, we got the staff of the Everscamp.
Dark Fathom Cave isn't that far from here, but the route may be treacherous. Be careful and journey safe.
Does that actually affect my speed? Did it? I don't know if that actually... Do I have fortify speed here anywhere? Must have. 25, and yet I have... Yeah! That actually reduced my speed by 20? Don't see it here, though. Ow. The scamps are actually a pretty good reward, because in the original you could only increase weapon skill by hitting live targets. And, you know, these scamps are weak, infinite, and alive. So that is actually a... Thank you for pointing towards the map marker and not actually to the door. So that is actually useful. And if you're not interested in that, then... that too is Mehrunes Dagon. I think someone just made a big mistake. Daedra Seducer. I don't know who employs seducers. Actually, seducers and hungers aren't in the original, so I probably shouldn't count them in terms of trying to determine just whose staff this is. Still, yeah, this is definitely the statue of Sheogorath. So, actually, what is that? A hat? I don't recall Sheogorath wearing that hat. That is also not the staff of Sheogorath. Must be an old statue, then. A really old statue. But that solves that. Now, the reward she gives you is actually useful, if I remember, but... if I remember also, it's leveled. So it probably isn't worth the effort to actually get it at low levels. And at high levels, you probably don't need it. This happens very often. You.
I don't see any scamps or the staff. As promised, here's the ring. I bought it from a shop in the Imperial City many years ago for an ex-lover of mine. He ran off with someone else, so now the ring belongs to you. The owner of the shop called it the Ring of Eidolon's Edge. I think you'll like it.
Thank you.
Farewell, and may you find your way home safely each night to a warm fire.
Kinda looks like the Ring of Khajiit. Fortified blade, fortified block. Use a sword and shield. That ring is very useful. Especially because blade increases your damage. Actually, now that I think about it, if I equip this, that increases damage by 4. So yeah. Atmospheric Claymore must have an absolute obscene damage output. Because that is crazy. Still, it's a fun little item. And I do think that's enough for one day, even though I didn't get much closer to anything, really. See, time. Second, needed to get to 14. 3 days. But that's enough for one day. So when we come back, I'll pull something out of my ass. Be right back. Right, I had to change the record button to record that bit of Minecraft. Silly me.